You're watching Exit 1055 with your host, Richard Rose.
And good morning, I'm Richard Rose. Welcome to Exit 1055 Long Island. This is your TV 1055 show about all things Long Island. In just a few moments, will Long Island commuters turn to ferry service now at the newly built Glen Cove Ferry Terminal to help avert the Penn Station repairs and delays that'll be happening soon? We'll find out. But we begin this morning with the disturbing trend of some businesses who avoid paying landfill tipping fees by illegally dumping their waste in our parklands. TV 1055's Carolyn Gussoff explains.
Dirt piled high at this vacant residential lot in Holtsville appears to be sand and pebbles, but a closer look reveals bricks, asphalt, metal. There's now a stop work order and an investigation by the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation.
I was sick. I saw kids playing on the piles too back there.
The discovery after an anonymous email made the rounds to media and officials, prompting the Islip Fire Marshal to inspect these mounds at a second site, a commercial hauler in Bayshore. The whistleblower alleges widespread mixing of concrete, wires, and asphalt being sold as clean dirt. New allegations as an earlier dumping scandal wraps up. Roberto Clemente Park set to reopen this summer.
We need a cradle-to-grave system here for construction and demolition debris. We need to make sure that it is tracked and we know where every cubic yard is going.
Attorney General Eric Schneiderman here announcing a lawsuit against 36 haulers. He says his office tracked to the park dumping.
We've identified people at every stage of the chain.
Neighbors hopeful lawsuit proceeds will go as promised to rebuild a park closed now for 3 years.
We got you. We're coming after you, and you are going to pay.
Suffolk County's executive says the new alleged dumping sites are under investigation.
We're not going to allow greedy people to make a buck on the back of our homeowners.
Officials say the best way to stop illegal dumping is through the eyes and ears of the public, whistleblowers. Suffolk County working to set up a hotline. The state DEC already has one for the public to report polluters. In Brentwood, Long Island, Carolyn Gussoff, CBS 2 News.
And joining us now is the Region 1 Director for Long Island for the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation. That's Carrie Meek Gallagher, and welcome to the show, Ms. Gallagher.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, Richard.
Our pleasure, and it's an important topic. I'm not sure you can say anything because of legal action, but is there anything new that you can tell us about the investigation into this particular dumping?
Well, it's still an ongoing enforcement action, so I can't really say any more at this moment.
Not surprising, because, you know, this is going to wind up as being a legal action, as you say. Why do people do this? Explain the reasons why an unscrupulous business person might choose to do this.
Well, it comes down to economics, right? It costs them money to properly dispose of construction and demolition debris or hazardous materials or historic fill. And so if they think that they can dump it somewhere for free, it saves them a lot of money. They make money because they're getting paid to take it away. And then if they don't have to pay to properly dispose of it, they get to keep all that profit.
Yeah, because legitimate businesses tell us it's a big cost. You know, it costs thousands of dollars because, one, it has to be handled in a certain way. It needs extra handling, these kinds of waste.
Well, if even just construction and demolition debris, which is a lot of what we're seeing, on a positive note, there's a lot of economic activity in the metropolitan area. So it's resulting in the creation or generation of a lot of this construction and demolition debris, which then should be disposed of in an authorized facility.
You know, the untrained eye might walk by and say, you know, it's dirt and rocks. What are the hazards and dangers that this kind of dumping causes for the environment, in particular, I would think, our drinking water?
Yeah, the biggest hazards would really be if there's associated chemicals that have been used. Obviously, you don't want that leaching into the groundwater. We don't want anything that shouldn't be disposed of in our ground disposed there, because we're not always sure what could be leaching out into the groundwater, which, as you know, is our only source of drinking water for nearly 3 million Long Islanders.
Certainly true, and certainly unsightly for one thing, and anybody walking by could be stepping on glass or rocks or nails. All right, well, let's talk about that water quality. You know, as you know, Governor Andrew Cuomo and state lawmakers have approved $2.5 billion to help improve the state's water quality. You know, that's a really large amount of money. How's it going to be spent to improve the water quality? Yeah,
I mean, it shows a tremendous commitment of our elected officials to improving water quality throughout New York State. There's a whole range of categories. It is a 5-year program, so portions of it are for this year and then, you know, for the coming 4 years afterwards. But essentially, there's money that's set aside for wastewater infrastructure improvements, drinking water infrastructure improvements, green infrastructure. There's a new septic system replacement program. There's a new program for salt storage, stormwater management, aquatic habitat restoration, and there's also a new program for land acquisition for source water protection. So that's a big one, because as we know, if you protect the land and don't allow development, you're less likely to have pollution into the groundwater.
Yeah, that's always a big concern on the Pine Barrens. People are always concerned about anybody trying to encroach upon that area with development. And as you know, you mentioned Suffolk County has a pilot program subsidizing the replacement of leaking septic tanks.
Yes.
Explain how big that problem is and why septic tanks are. You know, I don't think homeowners for decades have realized that this was actually contaminating our water.
Right. So septic systems and cesspools were designed essentially to move the waste out of your house and down, you know, to infiltrate down into the groundwater, get it away. And they were designed at a time when people didn't know about all these contaminants per se. So they don't really remove nitrogen. And they certainly don't remove other contaminants that could be coming, you know, household hazardous waste, pharmaceuticals and personal care products, other things that people use in their household on a regular basis. So you flush it or you pour it down the sink, it goes down into the septic system, infiltrates into the groundwater, and the biggest issue has been the nitrogen loading issue, because that then gets into our groundwater, gets into our surface waters, because all our surface waters are groundwater fed, and causes problems like harmful algal blooms, fish kills,
and even beach closures, because as you say, you get the stormwater runoff, you know, whatever's on the ground is going to run off into the bays, and then when there's a big storm, we see all these beaches that people look forward to enjoying during the summer being closed.
Right.
Yeah, so, I mean, there really is an impact, but on the other hand, you have this issue of there being 360,000 septic systems in Suffolk County alone. Is there going to be enough money to deal with this? Because the subsidies that we're talking about are running upwards close to $8,000, $10,000.
Right. Well, you know, one of the other big initiatives that was funded by the legislature in 2015 and is being, and we're getting ongoing support through the Environmental Protection Fund every year, is the Long Island Nitrogen Action Plan. So this septic system replacement program complements the work with the Long Island Nitrogen Action Plan, which is looking at, in addition to replacing septics or hooking places up to sewers where it makes sense, what are the other steps we could be taking to reduce nitrogen runoff and loading into our surface waters?
Yeah, and these new systems can remove anywhere as 2/3 to 3/4 of the nitrogen. At least that's the claim. We're certainly going to see how it works out. Yeah. Let me bring up another topic that's come in the news lately, and that's former Grumman, now Northrop Grumman, but it was Grumman for decades here on Long Island. And it's come out, Newsweek reporting that they have documents showing that there was radiological testing, radioactive testing being done at the property there, which is a revelation to many. And being linked, suspected of being linked to the plumes that we already know have contaminated the drinking water to numerous surrounding communities. What can you tell us about that? Because the State Department of Environmental Conservation has some oversight here, do you not?
We have all the oversight. So this administration has long been concerned with the pace and efficiency of cleanup at the Superfund site at the Grumman plume. And that is why we are continuing to hold both the U.S. Navy and Northrop Grumman accountable for their toxic legacy. So right now, there's really what I would call a three-pronged plan of action to accelerate cleanup and move forward to the next stages. One is hotspot removal. So anywhere where there's a source of contamination, a known source of contamination, we are accelerating the pace of remediation, both on the Navy's location and the Grumman locations.
Are you satisfied with the response you've gotten from Grumman, Northrop Grumman, and including the Navy, which has some responsibility as well?
We are working closely with them to expedite their responses to us and to accelerate the cleanup overall. Let me leave it at that.
Yes, because you do have to move forward and working with them to hopefully come up with a solution. A lot of people concerned in those communities. Well, thanks for taking on these issues and these questions today. Carrie Meek Gallagher, she is your Long Island Region 1 Director for the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation. A lot on your plate. Thanks for explaining these issues.